everybody. Greetings. Welcome to Future Ready Friday. I'm so happy to be here. I'm your guide, Vicki Sokol Evans. I'm out of breath because I just did my It's Go Time song. So Catherine 2023, Linda 2023, last year 2023. Yeah, like you play a role in this. You're just as important. Hi everyone. Oh my gosh, I love that new video. Dylan Easley on our team created that video and I'm just so proud of it. Hi, welcome everyone. We're gonna just wait a few more seconds for folks to join. Thank you for telling me where you're dialing in from. Hello, hello. Hi, Amy. Thanks for coming. Hi, Tina. And Joanne and Lori. Good to see you, Lori. Michelle. Shannon. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited to see that. Right, Ike? Isn't that a great opening? Good to see you, my friend. And Dylan, I just put my slides on. You can take the slides off. I just got them ready. There, cool. I'm so excited. We've got two producers now for Future Ready Friday. Gwenda Garrison, our content producer, and then our amazing video editor, Dylan Easley. And so proud to be working with them. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. Welcome, everyone. Greetings to Future Ready Friday. We're back from a long hiatus. We rebranded, we expanded the team. I'm your host, Vicki Sokol Evans, Microsoft Certified Trainer, and I'm so honored to be your guide to walk through the skills that your employers need. And this episode is the art of merging PowerPoint slides from multiple presenters. And I have to tell you, in this case, in this episode, we're going to be using the town hall meeting. And I don't know how you all feel about the town hall meeting. If you are responsible for merging slides and creating the town hall meeting, sometimes I hear the word panic attacks. Some of you might have PTSD from it. People know it's like, oh, it's town hall meeting week. I'm not going to be home. I have been training for 3 decades now. Yes, I started in the 1900s, and I've seen all the different examples of what not to do. And so this is all about the art of merging slides in PowerPoint. We have to really know how PowerPoint behaves. And so this is the perfect session for this. Now, what I would do, Gwenda's going to post the link to the live session. So if you have colleagues that are responsible for this particular task, you still have time to invite them. Just use Teams or Slack to invite your colleagues to the live session. And this is being recorded, so this will be posted on futurereadyfriday.com so you can watch the replay as well. So now, who is this for? This session is for any presenter who needs to create slides for a corporate presentation or a conference presentation. I do a lot of keynote speeches, and so I'm supposed to be using the conference template. And so I have to take my slides and merge them into the conference template. This also is for you if you are the merger, you're the slide merger, you're the ones that are collecting slides from different presenters, and it's your, bless your heart, your job to bring those slides into one cohesive presentation. This is also for you if you are the template creator and you sometimes get frustrated because people aren't using the template, they're not using it correctly, and there may be a reason why they're not using it correctly. Maybe they're not trained, or maybe there just needs to be, we need to tweak the template itself to make it easier for employees to use. And then also, if you are in IT and you support end users who need to do this work, or if you're a trainer like me. And last but not least, if you're a college student who doesn't use PowerPoint, but you want to build marketable skills, I applaud you for being here, either live or watching the replay, because this is a real life situation. It's not life or death, but sometimes there's high stakes presentations where it's critical that we can effortlessly merge the slides into a high stakes presentation. So A little bit about me. I am a former assistant, and I told you I've been teaching for 3 decades. And I trained the world's smartest people and high-profile teams how to use Microsoft technology. And I've been teaching this stuff since on both PC and Mac. Some of you are not old enough to know what a PC is, or so I taught on Windows and the Mac platform. So everything I'm doing today is applicable to both the Windows laptops and the Mac laptops. It's not applicable to Google Slides. Okay, so I'm gonna, for those of you who are administrative professionals, happy Administrative Professionals Month. It is April, and Dylan, let's go ahead and show my slide. The three episodes in April of 2025 live. This is the first one. They're all inspired by assistants. So today is the Art of Merging Slides. Next week is Manage Event Data using Excel and Copilot. And then on the 25th, I'm going to walk through Microsoft's web page specifically designed for delegates and using new Outlook. So these 3 episodes are specifically for assistants, or anyone that wants to work as effective as an assistant. Now, what I would do if it were me, and like if you don't have a budget for training, I would take these episodes and then assign them to your team, and then come together and host lunch and learns, and have peer hosted lunch and learns where you can each demonstrate how you implemented the tips internally. What roadblocks did you hit? How did you troubleshoot? Do we need to talk to marketing about updating the template and doing X, Y, and Z? So that's what I recommend. If you're watching the replays, just go to Future Ready Friday and look up episode 11, 12, and 13. And that way you can have training throughout the year. We have a ton of different episodes, and we'll keep doing this each week. All right, so let's see what I have next. Now, this particular lesson, because I'm going to try to get this under 30 minutes, this particular lesson is as an excerpt from my most popular program called the Microsoft Productivity Experience. And so this piece right here is what I'm teaching you. And so I'm taking this one segment out, this one lesson, and sharing it with you on this call. I'm going to be using Windows 11. That's the laptop I'm using, and I'm using Microsoft 365 Copilot. Don't worry, I'm not using AI, but Microsoft just recently changed from Microsoft 365 to Microsoft 365 Copilot. It doesn't mean you have Copilot. It's just the new name of this whole platform. All right, let's go ahead and get started with the PowerPoint tips. I just want to take a break and say hi to everybody. Awesome. And hello, everyone. Good to see you. Great. Okay, so the town hall meeting. Dun, dun, dun. I don't know how y'all feel about the town hall meeting. It depends if you're on the slide creation slide, merger slide, or if you're actually attending the town hall meeting. But we've got 3 presenters for our example. I'm going to be in charge of merging these slides from the 3 presenters into one slide deck. And our first presenter is the lovely Mr. London. So he's gonna be our first presenter. And then we have Mr. Sydney. And then we have the glorious Miss Austin. And I am exaggerating, like the slides I'm gonna be showing you are an exaggeration of some really bad slides, because I want to work with the worst slides possible to show you how effortless this can be. Before I do, I've got a question for you. So let's, hi Mandy, I've got a question for you. For those of you that merge slides, so this is your job. This is a task that you would do. I want you to think about, you've got your presenters each working on their slides. Where do you get the slide deck that you're going to be using as the main presentation? And here are some of the examples. Like you might, do you use last month's or last quarter's slide deck and do a file save as and save it as the new town hall meeting? Do you go, is there a template, like when you go open up PowerPoint and you say new PowerPoint slide deck, there's the template, or is it in the ribbon? Do you go to the marketing department's intranet site and download the latest template? Does someone email it to you? Heaven forbid, do you actually start with the first presenter's slides? Whoever was first to give you their slides, you start with their slide deck and build it from there. So let me see. So I'm the president of the AV club here and responsible for both merging the varying slides and also projecting during the meeting without cues. Okay, so Dylan is probably laughing at that one too because I'm cueing Dylan of when to show me on the screen versus my slide. So I know there's an art to it. That's awesome. Beth Ann is saying she uses the old slide presentation or a template from marketing. Rosemarie says starts with a new template. Jennifer says marketing department intranet site for the template. Brenda says she starts from the template. Nancy, new, she creates a new and then uses the last one. Rebecca says we have an existing template that we continuously update. Okay, cool. And then Melissa says save is from the last meeting. Yeah, Holly's like, it could be any of those, right? And Sonia's saying just learning this as this will be your new responsibility. Sonia, you are in the right place because, okay, this is how you're going to be doing it. Okay, let's go ahead and share my slides, Dylan, and I am going to kind of set the stage. We obviously have 3 presenters, and of course they're going to all have different skill sets in PowerPoint. These are presenters, these are executives. They're not marketers, they're not graphic designers. I don't expect to be a graphic designer. I'm a trainer, but I love data. I don't like design. So I'm not expecting the presenters to be experts in PowerPoint, right? So you're going to see the different files that they're going to give me, and you're going to see me. I'm going to have a destination file. The fictitious company I work for is Contoso, and you can see my brand here. I'm also going to zoom in, and you can see that I have branded layouts, okay, with my logo and all of that. You also can see that I have a widescreen presentation, and of the 3 presenters, 2 of them are going to give me standard slide size, and then 1 is going to give me widescreen slide size. So I'm going to show you how you can make sure you merge these into this slide deck effortlessly, okay? So we're going to go ahead and create the meeting presentation. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with a new presentation. So I'm going to do Control N in PowerPoint, or on Mac is going to be Command N. And so I've got a new blank presentation. My recommendation, if you're going to test this out, is to start with, if I don't say it later in the presentation, I'm going to say it now, that after this video, I want you to go to the marketing department's intranet site and download the latest and greatest version of the template, because that way you can test out that template. So for Contoso, if I go to Design tab, the Contoso template is actually a theme in the ribbon. And so when I click here, any Contoso employee clicks here in the ribbon, then that every employee has access to all the layouts and the entire theme. So it makes it effortless. If you just simply open up the template and you have a blank template, I'm okay with that too, okay? Now, what I'm gonna do while my presenters are each working in their slides, I'm gonna go ahead and create the structure for this. So what I'm going to do is up here in the new slide group here, I'm going to say add section. And I don't know what order the presenters are going to be speaking in. I don't know their topics, but I do know their names. So I could say Mr. London, and then hit rename. And then instead of going all the way up here to my ribbon, I actually am a right clicker. I love right clicking. So I'm going to right click under Mr. London and add another section. So this is Mr. Sydney. And then I'm going to right click and Miss Austin, and right click add section and closing slides. Okay. I feel like half the work is done. Like my project is halfway done just by structuring this here. And what I'm going to do now is type in here, town hall. I can put in some other stuff. I can come over here, new slide. This could be the agenda. I can go get closing slides from the previous presentation and bring them over here. Any basic slides that the standard slide that need to be in here, I can bring in here. So now I just sit and wait and just file my nails and just waiting for the presenters to send me their slides. lo and behold, Mr. London said he's ready with his slides. So I'm going to go look at Mr. London's slides. And okay, all right. I told you, I warned you that he was going to give us a standard size presentation. It's okay. I see this. Okay, financial projections is yellow, and this is white. I'm guessing that Mr. London probably changed this title to different colors, settled on yellow, and then got exhausted and didn't finish like updating the colors in here. I will give you a hint. Like presenters, we tend to procrastinate. I know that I'm supposed to turn in my slides, but I will sit there and try to make them look pretty, then derail my whole effort in actually giving you the slide content. So anyway, so he just decided to, kind of tweak this a little bit. Dylan, I need to talk to the audience and tell them what to do. So you guys get a pen real quick for me. I want you to write this note down. This is what I call carefully reformatted and positioned crap. This is crap. And you are going to be tempted to fix the crap, to like invest time in fixing their presentation before you bring their slides over to your pristine slide deck. This is the pro tip. Do not touch the crap. Don't touch it. I'm going to show you how PowerPoint behaves so you know you don't have to waste time or any effort in their slides. So here's what we're going to do. Let's bring this back up, Dylan, for me. And essentially what we're going to do is I need to swap this guy. Okay, so here's we have 3 presenters. Obviously, I'm going to show you what they're going to give me in just a second. The default behavior for PowerPoint, or actually for everything in Microsoft Office, is destination formatting. So when you paste something between Word or PowerPoint to PowerPoint or PowerPoint to Excel, the default paste behavior is destination formatting, which means that when I copy these slides from Mr. London's presentation, from his file, I'm going to copy these slides without touching them, and I'm going to paste them into my destination. Because destination formatting is the default paste behavior, I'm expecting all of his slides to beautifully transform into the blue and teal for my layout. Okay, so that's what we're going to do in our slide deck. Is I've got his slides. I'm not even going to touch his slides other than copy, and I'm going to do Control A to select, Control C to copy. And then I'm going to Alt Tab to find my presentation. And look how beautiful this is, that I already have Mr. London's section here. And I'm going to paste, just Control V, and paste his slides into my presentation. And here what's beautiful is the default paste behavior is destination formatting. And I already had the Contoso theme, blue and teal theme, as my destination. And now what it does do is if there's any direct formatting, like he did invest time changing this from white to black to red to purple to green and then settled on yellow. Who knows how he got to yellow? But you can see I need to make some changes in here. Now, I'm going to come back to this slide in a second, but I want to show you the amazing magical button that's been in PowerPoint since probably the 1900s that everyone misses. And so if you're multitasking, please come back to me. Because what we're going to do now is I need to strip this slide. I need to reset this slide to remove any of the bad formatting, the direct formatting, and reset it to what the layout is supposed to be. So let me look at this. This is the defined layout that marketing has configured. And so this button right here, this beautiful button right here, is called reset. So watch my screen. Ready, set, reset. Okay, let me do it again. I'm going to do it multiple times. I'm going to come over here. This is Mr. London's slide. It's inside my presentation and I just hit the reset button and it resets the slide. And then I come over here and I hit reset. And this is the question I typically get when I do, conference and keynotes is like, can I select all of them at once and hit the reset button? Yes, technically you can, but I've just saved you hours and I've saved you a panic attack just by doing the reset button. So I do want you to invest time hitting the reset button every single slide, because when I bring in Mr. Sydney slides, you're going to see an example when I hit the reset and it skewed something and then I need to undo it. So I want you to reset one at a time, because you're analyzing. This is that you want to analyze each slide to make sure it's going to be that the reset button is going to do the right thing. Okay, let me go back up to his this first slide here, and let me what I'm going to tell you about for each of these presenters. So you'll notice here this has a title slide. Every presentation, the first slide in every presentation is called a title slide. And each of my presenters are going to have, like, Mr. London's going to have a title slide, Sydney's going to have a title slide, and Austin's going to have a title slide. But when I bring it into my presentation, I don't want to have 4 title slides because my deck has a title slide. What I want to do is I want to change their first slide from title slide to section header. So that's the other thing I'm going to do in this Contoso for Mr. London is go to his first slide, come up here, change it to section header, and then I'm going to hit the reset button after that here. Okay, so now I'm good with Mr. London. Mr. Sydney says he's ready with his slides. So let's go ahead and take a look at what Mr. Sydney has for us. And this is his. Okay. I told you, I warned you he was going to, we'll have Q&A. I see a question here. I'll get through the content and then we'll have a Q&A. That way, if anyone has to leave at the top of the hour, they can. I want to remind you that each of the first two presenters have standard slide size. That's okay. What template did Mr. Sydney use? The template he used is just the default basic presentation, that PowerPoint. Like when you open up PowerPoint and just have a basic presentation, this is what he did. And honestly, if I was an executive assistant still, I would tell each of my executives or my presenters, look, don't worry about the branded template, the company template or the conference template. Just go ahead and create your slides and give them to me and I'll make them look pretty. Because all you're going to do is you're going to take the slides here. I'm going to do Control A to select all, Control C to copy. And then I'm going to go here to mine. This is the destination. And I'm going to drop Mr. Sydney's slides in his spot. While I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and change this from title slide to section header and hit reset. And come over here, hit reset. The beautiful thing is because he used the Microsoft basic template, it's the most cleanest, pristinest version that you could ever use. So that's my preference. You can see it's a widescreen. It's okay. The logo looks fine. It's because I'm using my destination theme. Here I'm going to hit reset. And you could see that it skewed this slide. So this is why I want you to do one at a time. And what happened was, and this happens to a lot of presenters, they will overuse title and content, when really, because he has 2 pieces of content, he should use the 2 content slides. So it's important to use the right layout. So if you are going to troubleshoot, definitely start with like, well, is this the right layout? And then come over here and that fixed it. And then the same thing with this guy. I hit reset, I come back here, and it's 2 content. Like obviously these are very basic slides, but you get the picture. All right, Miss Austin is ready with her slides. So let's go take a look at what she has. And let's go, let me do this one. I'm gonna do Windows Tab, makes it easy. Down in the South, we would say, bless her heart. So this is Miss Austin's slides. We have no idea where people get their templates or presentations or slides. It could be something from a different company or conference that they attended. I'm actually not going to drop these slides in because I feel like you could watch the replay. You already know what I'm going to do. I'm going to copy all these, drop them into my presentation, and just hit the reset button, right, and switch out this. But I do want to point out this last request here is she wants the tech-savvy slides from Red Cape. So she's asking to go grab some slides that have a completely different brand. So I'm going to show you how to do that, how to take a slide from a presentation. So here is the slide I want to use right here. So this is a Red Cape slide. You can see it says Future Ready Friday, Red Cape. It has our Red Cape colors. And I'm going to copy this and I'm going to go over to the Contoso presentation. Now, if I just simply hit Control V to paste, you can see it takes on the destination formatting, which is Contoso. But if I did paste source formatting, proactively did source formatting, then I can bring in a secondary brand or a third brand or fourth brand. So there is a way, you'll always get this paste options here. So you always have the ability to do it after the fact, or you can proactively do that. So that's how you bring, if you want to keep a branded slide in your destination slide deck, that's how you would do that. Okay, so let me go back to my here. So that is what I wanted to show you for today. Let me go through a couple more slides and then I will take some questions here. I am obsessed with this book. I read it every single year, Atomic Habits by James Clear, and I also subscribe to his weekly newsletter called 321. And last week's newsletter or edition had this quote from James Clear. Simplicity, simplicity, simplicity. No wasted movement, no wasted effort. That's what we just did. We leveraged the features, like the behavior, the default behavior of PowerPoint, and in order to effortlessly create a cohesive slide deck. If you're not taught these skills, then we do what we do best, which is start with the source file and try to fix the source file. Just remember, don't touch the crap. So I hope this helps you understand how to, like, the true art of merging PowerPoint slide decks. Now, this will only work if the template has been set up correctly. So if you do this, I want you to go to, next time you have to merge slides, go to the intranet site, get the latest and greatest version for marketing. Have them watch this episode, by the way. Grab the latest edition, the version from marketing, test it out, and if it's not working correctly, if the reset button doesn't work, then it just means that, and Dylan, you can put me bigger on the slide if, like, I want, yeah. If it's not working correctly, it means that the template that marketing has created doesn't have the dynamic elements that are necessary for the reset button to work. And so we are hosting, we'll have a themes bootcamp and in the summer in July of 2025 and throughout the year. So if you're watching this after the fact, you can just go to our redcapeco.com themes page to see where our themes resources are. So we are hosting a free webinar with our partner Isogent on June 19th to show how you can have one-click branding in your Word documents, PowerPoint, and Excel files when the theme is set up correctly, and then we'll have the bootcamp in July. I will be talking to everybody going through the bootcamp because I want to put you in the right cohort, depending if you are the person responsible creating the theme, the person who is using the theme, or maybe you're an agency, you build themes or templates for other companies, for your clients. All right, so all of our episodes, this is obviously live and then we're recording them. You can always go to futurereadyfriday.com to access this replay. On that page, there are two buttons. One, the red button is what do you want to learn? If you want to learn themes and you want resources about themes, you want to be invited, specifically invited to the webinars and so on, when you click that red button, you can indicate that you're interested in learning more. Or if you want to talk to me or someone on our team, my team, we can guide you and along the best learning path for you or your team. Okay, so I'm going to now do questions. There's the QR code for the page. Catherine says, my skin looks awesome. Thank you so much, Catherine. It's the camera. It's actually this great camera that I have. Annette, does reset affect any transitions of the slides that are being merged? No, the transitions will stay put. It is mainly the objects on the slide itself. So that's what's being affected. Next question, does it copy the metadata when you copy slides and paste into destination formatting? So the metadata that it would actually copy would be your notes. So the personal information, like the properties, the author of the, so I have the source of Mr. London slides and then mine. So I'm the author of the destination file. He's the author of the source file. It would not copy that the properties of the file over to this one. But there's still metadata in the slide, which would be comments and notes. So if there are any comments on any of Mr. London's slides, or if there are notes, that's the type of metadata it would bring in. It's a great question. How do you deal with each person wanting to use a different theme? So I would probably, so the first thing is, I don't know, Leslie, if you're part of the marketing department or not, what is best practice for the organization? So I think about a company like PepsiCo who has multiple brands like Gatorade, Frito-Lay, or even like Marriott has different properties. And so if there is, let's say there's a town hall meeting, I'm gonna go back to PepsiCo. PepsiCo has a town hall meeting, and then each of the presenters are going to be creating slides for their particular brand. I would think it would be logical for the Frito-Lay brand to have those branded slides, those themes in that particular presentation. If they're, I'd have to know why. Like why are they wanting a different theme? Obviously, when I brought in the Red Cape branded slide, it's because it was Red Cape intellectual property. But if people just want to use it like because it's pretty, then I maybe defer to marketing to help. I call marketing the color police, and very fondly the color police, because we want everything to be on brand. Lori's asking, would you use the reuse slides option under slides? Absolutely. So I simply just copied and pasted I definitely want you to reuse slides. I never want you to recreate slides from scratch. That's why I like showing how to do this. The reuse slide feature, it does have the option, like a checkbox, to say if you want source formatting or destination formatting. So you have the option of then indicating which one you want. That reminds me, we help people get certified in Microsoft Office, and there is a Microsoft Office specialist certification exam for PowerPoint. I will tell you which things, I can't tell you what's on the exam, but I can tell you which skills meet certification objectives. Using a theme or template is a certification objective on the PowerPoint MOS exam. Reusing and merging slides from other presentation is an objective of the certification exam. Creating sections in PowerPoint is an objective. Saving hours by using layouts is an objective. Remarkably, the reset button is not an objective of the certification exam. So, yeah. All right. Thanks, Lori. Lori had to drop. Ike is asking, okay, to confirm, are object animations impacted, not slide trends? Okay, maybe I misunderstood the question. If so Ike is asking is about the animations on a slide. So animations and transitions are not impacted when you copy and paste and use destination formatting. If Mr. London had automations for the charts, like he wanted one thing to come in at a time, the animations would stay put. It would just resize the full object to the placeholder that he used for that object. So hopefully that helps. All right. Reset button is extra points, Nancy. Yes. Yeah. All right. Do we have any other questions? For our monthly board meetings, the board chair is allowed to use a different style. Okay, monthly board meetings, the chair is allowed to use a different style than the VPs that are reporting. We just automatically use the brand template provided by marketing and pull in their slide materials. You have saved me a ton of work in this session. No more manual adjustments. That's all I needed. That's all I needed to hear. That is amazing. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for attending today, for trusting me and going, hey, Vicky's having a live session. Let's just see what this is about. I really hope that you found this valuable. If you did, please share it with anybody that plays a role in merging slides. Also, please help us reach marketing departments so they can see the impact their templates and themes have on employees, especially when the reset button doesn't work for employees. And yeah, thank you so much. And Tom, thank you. You like my glasses. I appreciate that. Thank you to my team, Gwenda Garrison and Dylan Easley, for managing the back end. I'm so grateful for you, to you both, and so honored and humbled and grateful to everyone who's hearing my voice. You guys have a great day, and we'll see you next week.